Today, I will discuss what is statement. What is the statement of Lami's theorem and prove it. You know that Lami's theorem states that if three forces are acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between other two. That means Lami's theorem said that if three forces acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between other two. Here, let three forces P, Q and R acting at the point O. Here, three forces P, Q and R are acting at point O. Let alpha is the angle between Q and R force. Beta is the angle between P and R. And gamma is the angle between Q and P. Let three forces P, Q and R be acting at point O. Also, let forces P and Q be represented in magnitude and direction by OA and OB. Here, OA represents P, OB represents Q. Then, according to theorem of parallelogram law of forces, the diagonal OC, this is the diagonal OC of the parallelogram represents the resultants of P and Q. Here, this is the R. This is the resultant of forces P and Q. Since P, Q and R are in equilibrium, the resultant of a P and Q, must be equal and opposite to third force, that is R. Here third force is R. Hence, R is represented in magnitude and direction by CO. Here, OC is the diagonal of the P and the Q. R is most equal to OC. Then, now in triangle OAC, we have OA by sine CAO is equal to AC by sine AOC is equal to CO divided by sine OAC. This is the triangle law, that is A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. Here OA is equal to P. Here OA is equal to P. Therefore P by sine 180 degree minus alpha. Because this angle is alpha, therefore sine P by sine 180 minus alpha is equal to Q. This is the Q divided by sine 180 minus beta by sine 180 minus beta is equal to R by sine 180 minus gamma. You know that sine 180 minus theta is equal to sine theta. Therefore, I am writing as P by sine alpha is equal to Q by sine beta is equal to R by sine gamma. This is the proof of Lami's theorem. That is, P by sine alpha is equal to Q by sine beta is equal to R by sine gamma. Now, I will solve one problem. Three forces F1, F2 and F3 act on a body as shown in the figure. The body is in equilibrium if F2. If F2 is equal to 400, find out F1 and F3. Here, applying Lami's theorem at the point O. Now, applying Lami's theorem at point O, we have to know that F1, the opposite angle of F1 is equal to sine 90 plus theta. That is F1 by sine 90 degree plus 30. Then F2, the opposite angle of F2 is equal to this angle, that is sine 90 plus 60. Therefore, F2 sine 90 plus 60 is equal to F3 by sine 90. Here, this force is F3. The opposite angle is 90 degree because total angle is equal to 180. This angle is 60. This angle is 30. Therefore, 180 degree minus 90 degree is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, F3 by sine 90. You know that F1 by sine 120 because 90 plus 30 is equal to F2 by sine 150 is equal to F3 by 1 because sine 90, sine 0, sine 90, 1. Therefore, I am writing as F3 by 1. Here, F1 by sine 120 is equal to F2 by sine 150 is equal to F3. You know that from the calculator, sine 120 degree is equal to 0.866. Then sine 150 degree is equal to 0.5. Therefore, F1 by 0.866. Here F2 is equal to 400. Here F2 is equal to 400 given. Therefore, 400 by sine 150 is equal to F3 by 1. Or we can write as F1 by 0.866 divided by 400 by 0.5 because sine 150 degree is equal to 0.5 is equal to F3 by 1. Then F1 by 0.866 is equal to 400 by 5. After cross multiplication, F1 into 0.5 F1 into 0.5 is equal to 400 into 0.866. 400 into 0.866 or F1 is equal to 400 into 0.866 divided by 0.5 is equal to 692.8 Newton. Then 400 by 0.5 is equal to F3 or F3 into 0.5 is equal to 400 or F3 is equal to 400 by 0.5 is equal to 800 Newton. Therefore, this is the required forces. F1 is equal to 692.8 and F3 is equal to 800 Newton. These are the required answer.